Welcome back everybody. So I've already done my base with my Nars foundation and my Real Techniques buffing brush. For eyeshadow I'm going to be using this Gwen Stefani palette by Urban Decay, and this is absolutely beautiful and it's right up my street. And I'm going to start off by using the colour Zone, which is really similar to Wedge by MAC. And to sweep that over the eye I'm using the E25 brush by Blank Canvas Cosmetics. I'm working this colour above the mobile eyelid in circular motions, and the reason I'm using this brush is because it's nice and big and fluffy. The colour is going to be distributed nice and evenly over most of the socket area, and this is going to be our transition shade. Now I layered this colour about 3 times to get it to this intensity, but you might only need to do it twice. Obviously I'm under strong lighting, so it's going to be a little bit less opaque. The next colour I'm using is Blonde, and this is sort of similar to Shroom by MAC, and I'm using this as a highlight on my flat shader brush. So I'm just popping that underneath the brow bone. Normally I don't like to highlight this area, but for this look I'm going to do it. The difference between this and Shroom is Blonde has a slightly more opal kind of mother of pearl finish. The next colour in the palette I'm taking is called Punk, and this is like a deep burgundy shade. And on my E42 pointy crease brush, I'm going to place this colour just through the crease, and then I'm going to use the same blending brush we used earlier to buff that colour in. I'm really only using the pointed crease brush for placement of the eyeshadow, just to make sure we get a bit of a soft cut crease going on, and then using the blending brush just to make sure that it's buffed in well. So we're going to layer this again a couple of times. If you're not a fan of something so deep in the socket, you could maybe try Swiss Chocolate by MAC. We are going to be using that in a minute, but it's a little bit lighter and a little bit warmer. Next I'm going in with the Swiss Chocolate, and this is just to add a little bit more warmth to what we've got. And as I only really want to apply this directly into the crease line, I'm using my F10 brush, and because it's so small it allows me to put the product exactly where I want it. The next colour I'm using is called Bathwater, and this one is like a ivory cream shimmer. I'm placing this over the entire mobile eyelid and on the inner corners of the eyes. This is as shimmery as Nylon by MAC, but it's so much more pretty because it's more of a champagne cream colour. Using my F10 brush again, I'm applying Swiss Chocolate to the outer third of the mobile eyelid, and then on the very outer corner I'm mixing that with a little bit of Punk. And then going back in with my flat shader brush with what's remaining of the colour Bathwater, I'm going to blend the seam of those two colours together. So we've created a subtle smoky C shape. Now I did say I'd be doing a lot of glitter this festive season, so I'm taking the Heavy Metal Glitter Gel by Urban Decay, and this one is called Midnight Cowboy, and it's a really beautiful gold. I'm layering this glitter across the mobile eyelid from the inner corner of the eye, going 2/3 of the way across, and we're going right from the lash line up to the socket. My advice would be to keep your eyes low while this dries so it doesn't print above the socket line. This part's optional. I'm just ever so slightly pulling that colour out a little bit on the outer edge using what's left on the bristles. And I'm also going to run that underneath the lower lashes, and I'm going to make sure I connect it with the outer edge of the top lid. I'm taking the 24/7 Glide On Pencil by Urban Decay in Smog, and I'm taking that across the lower waterline. This is a really pretty metallic bronze colour. If you prefer, you can always use a black kohl pencil. To create the winged eyeliner, I'm using Urban Decay's Ink for Eyes in Perversion. What I love about this one in particular is it's super black. What I find with a lot of felts is when you get them home, they've been sat on the shelf for a little while and they tend to have dried out quite a bit. This one doesn't. It's so fluidy, it's great, it just glides straight onto the skin. As you can see, I've kept the line quite thin on the inner edge and then just thickened it up as we get to the wing on the outer corner. This pen has quite a thin tip, so it's quite easy to draw on the winged liner. If you struggle with gel liner, you might find you get on better with this. On the inner corners, I'm creating a nice point, and I'm just pulling that back across the tear duct area to meet Smog that we've already applied across the waterline. To my top lashes, I'm applying Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. One coat would do, as we are applying false eyelashes. But I am going to apply a couple of coats to my bottom lashes just to make sure they're a little bit more dramatic. I'm using the Fluff and Cool lashes from Velour lashes. Going back to my glitter, I'm applying that around the point that we've created with the eyeliner on the inner corner, and we're also applying that slightly underneath the tear duct area. This is going to give you such a twinkly appearance to your eyes. I'm using the Pro Sculpt powder by MAC in the colour Sculpt, and I'm applying this to the hollows of the cheeks and slightly just above along my cheekbone, and this just can give that area a little bit more of a sunken appearance. I'm using Lovejoy blush by MAC and I'm applying that to the apples of the cheeks and pulling that backwards. This is going to give us a beautiful festive glow to our skin. Always remember, if you feel like it's too much, just go back over that with your foundation brush. As I'm doing a lot of at the minute, I'm using my champagne pop because I really love it, and I'm applying a small amount to the tip of my nose, a little bit to the top of my cupid's bow and around my brow bone area. And this is just really going to give the face a nice subtle glow. A cheap alternative to this would be one by Makeup Revolution. Now for the lips, I'm using this matte finish one by Melt Cosmetics in the colour Catsuit. It's a really deep chocolatey brown shade. Again, this is optional, you completely do whatever colour you like. This is what everyone has requested, so that's why I'm going for it. This colour does tie in with the eyeshadow, so it works really well. And that's the final touch for this super duper festive holiday makeup look. Hey everyone, so I hope you enjoyed this festive makeup look. It's not going to be for everybody because it does have a dark lip. Loads of people have requested gold glitter with a dark lip, so that's why I've done this look today. And don't feel like you have to wear it with this lip. You can totally wear it with a nude lip, which I normally would, but I do a lot of looks with nude lips, so I thought I'd go completely the opposite today and do a nice dark chocolate lip. On Instagram I posted a picture of me wearing a twisted braid the other day. Loads of you requested a hair tutorial for this, so I just filmed it and that will be up to follow this tutorial. These lashes I've got on are the new Velour lashes from their Thick and Fluffy collection. So they've got like 5 different ones. If you follow me on Instagram again, you'll see I posted a picture of the collection the other day. And they're very similar to the lashes that they've already got, but they're like extra multi-layered. So they're a little bit more fluffy, and if you like dramatic lashes, then definitely check those out. Don't forget, for Velour lashes, on most of the lashes, if you type in Shonagh Velour at the checkout, then you'll get 15% off. Also, with a lot of the brushes I'm using, which I've always used, are the Blank Canvas Cosmetics one. You can also get 10% off if you put in the code Shonagh at the checkout. All of those links and all of the codes are in the description below, right near the bottom. So I hope you liked it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did. If you've got any suggestions for festive makeup or New Year's Eve makeup, then leave it in the comment section below and I will take a look. So remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I have Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and all of those are at ShowMe Makeup. If you missed my previous tutorials, you can click on these now and it will take you to those. I will see you in my next video. Bye!